If they wanted to create a new personal reality, new life, they would have to start thinking about.
Have you ever wondered how powerful your thoughts are? How they have the power to create your reality? That's the power of intention. In this video, Joe Dispenza will talk about the power OPF intention. Intention is the driving force behind every action and every manifestation. When you set an intention, you are activating the quantum field, and the universe responds accordingly. Your thoughts and feelings have a direct impact on the reality you experience. So the question is, how can you use the power of intention to create the reality you want? By setting a clear intention, aligning your thoughts and feelings with that intention, and then taking action towards it, you can manifest anything you desire. Remember, your thoughts and feelings are energy, and they have the power to shape your reality. So be mindful of your intentions and the energy you bring to them. The power of intention is within you. Use it to create the life you desire.
Here's my definition of intention: getting clear on what you want. That's it. So now, sounds really easy, like to get clear on what you want. The problem is that when the analytical mind gets overdriven by the hormones of stress, we start thinking, I want this, but then I need it on this condition so it can't affect this person, and I don't want to lose that. And if this occurs, then this is going to occur for this, and this. That's not intention. That's trying to control everything in your life.
Sounds like.
Well, what you're trying to do is, I want this specific thing, but I'm not willing to lose any of these things or affect any of these people. It's got to land right here. The universe doesn't work like that. Intention is, you may say, I want a healing. I want a new job. I want a new relationship. Now, the moment you ask the question, the what if question, what would it be like to be in love? What would it be like to have a new job? What would it be like to be in a new relationship, to do whatever, to be healed? The moment you ask that question, the part of your brain called the frontal lobe, which is the crowning achievement of the human being, 40% of your brain is the frontal lobe. It's the workshop. It's the creative center. The frontal lobe has connections to all other parts of your brain. The moment you ask an open-ended question, you speculate a possibility. The creative center turns on and it looks out over the landscape of the entire brain and begins to call up different networks of neurons that are stored in your brain based on something you've learned intellectually, knowledge, or something you've experienced in your life. Like, well, I know what it is to be in love, or I know what it is to have a good job, or I read a book about it. And it begins to call up these different networks of neurons, and then it seamlessly pieces them together to create a new idea, a new vision. And when you put all those networks together and they fire in tandem, you'll get a clear picture in your mind. And that clear picture is called intention. Intention typically is a symbol. Like, you may see a retreat center that you may want to start and you have a picture of it. But once you see that picture, the next thing that happens, you start to live that dream. The moment you start to take that dream, it turns into a living motion picture. Now you're in that imaginary place. And what happens is, the moment it starts taking on form, and it starts taking on time, you start to experience it and all the things you're going to do. You're actually living in that future, and your brain does not know the difference between the actual event that takes place in your life and what you're imagining in your mind. We call it mental rehearsal in my work, but you're literally rewiring yourself to the future. Now your brain is no longer a record of the past. It's now, in fact, being mapped to the future. Now, most people stop at this level, but there's another level. Because once you have that intention, and I watched you do this, what makes the intention have life is when you combine it with that emotion. Why? Because your body is your unconscious mind. It doesn't know the difference between an experience in your life that creates an emotion and an emotion that you're fabricating by thought alone. So your body now, as the unconscious mind, is living in that future in the present moment, and you're beginning to epigenetically change your cells in preparation for that event. So then here's the condition, the caveat. That means then you can't wait for your healing to feel wholeness. You have to feel wholeness for your healing to occur. That means you can't wait for your new relationship to feel love. You have to feel loved so your relationship finds you. It means you can't wait to have your new job to feel empowered. You have to be empowered by the thought of your new job. So we're switching the model around because most people wait for something outside of them to change how they feel inside of them. And when they feel better inside of them, they get relief and they say, I like you. You've helped me with that. That's cause and effect. That's the old model of reality. What we're talking about here in the quantum model is cause and effect, which means that you are going to have to change how you think and how you feel before the experience occurs in order for the event to find. I mean, if you're going to enter in a relationship with me and you want to be in love, but you're not bringing any love to the relationship, why would I want to love you? Like, you'd have to bring that. So, like, if your personality creates your personal reality, and your personality is made of how you think, how you act, and how you feel, the present personality who's listening to this show has created the present personal reality called their life. So if they wanted to create a new personal reality, new life, they would have to start thinking about what they were thinking about and change it. Starting to become conscious of their unconscious habits and behaviors and modify them. And here's the key. They have to look at the emotions that they've memorized that keep them anchored to the past and decide if those emotions belong in their future. It takes a certain amount of repetition, a certain amount of consciousness, a certain amount of will to finally arrive there. And I'm happy to say that it's possible. Well, number one, learn. Fill your brain with knowledge. Turn the TV off. Sit down and read a book or watch a video that's going to inspire you. Knowledge is the precursor to experience. The more knowledge you have, the more prepared you are for the event. And when you start losing track of your vision, it's because more than likely you're emotional. Because the moment you feel emotional, you can't see the future because you're looking at your future through the lens of the past. Get up in the morning, get out of bed, and take time for your precious self. You and I are a work in progress. And if we are not changing our brain and body in some way, priming it for the future, we're going to be very predictable the rest of the day, and we're going to be in our past. Take time for yourself every morning and ask yourself a simple question. One day, one lifetime, what is the greatest expression of myself I can be today? How would a great person think? How would they act? How would they feel? Can I teach mind, body, emotion how that future person is going to feel now? And make the deal with yourself that you're not going to get up from your meditation until you feel differently.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.